Okay, this is how to use Statcounter. You should have received your username and password when you put that in, want to log in. This is going to be our main password that we're using here to log into the system, so we'll have access to a lot of things. Should be when you log in, only your site will come up. But let's just pick on one here. Use stats for Boonesire's Bakery. Hey, if you want some good bakery, go down to these guys. But what you'll see here is that first of all, it's going to give you an overall. Green, it means page loads. That's how often a page in particular is loaded down. So if you had, for example, 74 visitors, of them we had 8 of them were unique, and the quantity of all told downloaded 187 pages. So you begin to see what the average is per page. And that was on Friday. You can begin to see which days are most effective. And you can change your dates here and look at the last 14 days if you want to, update it, and begin to see maybe where your trends are, which days are heaviest, which days are not. And of course, you can adjust your dates. You can also look at it in graph mode, begin to see it like that. So you have a lot of access. And down here, it begins to load up returning visitors, first-time visitors, what you had, and get your averages here. So you have an average during that time of 164 visitors per day. Um, Page loads, what have, or the total, and an average of 11. Anyway, once you're past this, then we start looking at some other things. We can look at hourly, see what time people's coming in, when's the most busiest. Obviously, people sleep at night. So, but the other thing that you'll find really indicative is visitor paths. In visitor paths, these are individual visitors, and you can see that somebody came in from there. We have AT&T Wireless. We have Charter. You can also see what cities that they lived in when they came in, where the location was anyway, Jackson, Michigan. You can see when they came in, they typed in Boonesire's Bakery, and it was ranked #1 on Google for this query. Up here they have Boonesire's Bakery and ranked #2. It would seem like it would be at least that. People spell things in a lot of weird ways. But then you can also see, when you click on this, it will open up another browser and you can actually see what they typed in and where Boonsire is loaded up and what it looked like when they came to it. It also shows up down here um, because they have both versions of it, but .net and .com. So coming back into here, we can also go and look at a couple interesting things here, such as keyword analysis. It shows what keywords were typed in, how many visits are responsible for those keywords. All right, so anyway, down here you can begin to see what people are typing in, what they're searching for, and how many visits are responsible for that. If you click on this, for example, 2 visits, you can see who it was. And you can see that they were using IE9, Wind Vista, what the size of the screen monitor was, and what cities they were from, and what they typed in, and where you came out on the search. In addition to that, you can also look at keyword activity in that relationship, visitor activity. So you can also look at search engine wars. This shows you how many people came in from Google, what the percentages were. People came in under Maps or um, total Google up here, breaks it down. You can also look at Bing. The other interesting things you have in here is you can look at what browsers people are using. And you'll also get a percentage in here how many people come in on mobile. And on this site, we got 21% of the people coming in on a mobile app, and we can see what phone they were using, what system they were using, and also which on Chrome, which version they were using. So you can get a little feel there for what your clients are using. You can also look at, for example, recent visitor map, where they came from, and show who that was and where. You have county, state. You can look at this. You see United States, but you can also look particular by city where people were coming from. So as you can see, you can drill down into many areas on this site, and you can find out what your most popular pages are. And we'll see that the home page quite often is, but the second one, People are looking at cakes, people are looking at the cake photo gallery. So get an idea where your popular pages and where people are drifting to. So hopefully that will help you give a good idea of what you got in your stat counter, and enjoy.